Thank you, Chancellor Ballard. What a wonderful day to be standing in front of you like this and looking out at your shining faces. I've had the opportunity over a number of years to do this very thing many times over with many of you in this room. And I must tell you that this is one of the most exciting and one of the best feelings I've had in all the years with all the projects that we've had. One of the roles I was asked to play today is to be a bit of a historian. To tell you, to remind you that the property we stand on was bought from the Headley Moy family back in the 70s. We needed a new hospital, and we needed to build a hospital that would support a new medical school here in Eastern Carolina. A decision had been made by the legislature to do that in Eastern Carolina. And we took some good productive farmland out of use at that time, and some people wondered if we were crazy for doing that. And look what those beginning days have brought. Not only a wonderful hospital, the Brody building, and now all the new things that have been added by the state on this property, and all the things that Steve Waller and his administrative team at Pitt have done to expand and add to what we have on the hospital side of this campus. It really hits home when I fly into town and I circle and come around this campus. Even now, after all these years, it gives me chill bumps to see what we have here. It really is very, very special. It could not have been done without many, many people. The Chancellor acknowledged some people in the room today. I want to just remind you that there's a history that brought us here. And if we can't remember our history, how can we remember today? Leo Jenkins, of course, and his good work. Dr. Ed Monroe, who's in the room today, William Walpus, and many others. They are the people who did the work in the early days, and I stood near them, behind them, and watched them work in some of those early days, and the risks we took in getting going, getting established, and getting this ball rolling. And look where we are today. And I'm so grateful that this project, this Heart Institute, is the culmination, and it may be our best and brightest project that we've had. Before I pass the baton, I want to tell you about a friend of mine. And I haven't used the proper written notes they gave me yet, but I've got some scribbled Dave McRae notes, and I want to follow his story. I want to tell you about a friend of mine. I feel like James Taylor getting ready to sing. I met a young friend a little less than 30 years ago. We were the same age, from the same similar towns in the hill country of North Carolina. He was from Wytheville, Virginia. 35 miles away was a little town in North Carolina called Elkin. That's where I went to high school. We both had a high school interest in ham radio. Both of our fathers were physicians and lived in rural communities, caring for the people in those communities. And both of us had a passion for our work. I was part of a team that recruited this young man to come start a heart surgery program. And I thought, poor thing, he's in his mid-30s, he's never had a job. His wife Tammy's had to support him for a number of years. He won't know what to do to get a heart surgery program started. I need to put it together for him. I'll order the equipment, I'll hire the staff, I'll do all of it. And when he gets here, I'll try to shepherd him through the first few months and years till he gets on his feet. Boy, how wrong was I. First call, 11:30 at night. Dave, it's Randy. I'm in Black Mountain. I just finished my last surgery. Let's go over the list of equipment. I've been asleep for 2 hours. And I think, well, maybe just for a second. 4 pages later, every item of equipment he could think of, we reviewed. A week later, again, after 11:30, I'm in Washington, D.C., been to American Hospital Association meeting. Get back in my room, light blinking on the phone. Man says, I don't know who it was, but he said it's urgent that you call him whatever time of night you get in. Dave, it's raining. I got some more equipment list for you. And so I knew I was in for something really special. Then it was the Heart Center. He started that first year, we budgeted for 100 cases. He did 150 cases by himself, every one perfectly done. Thank goodness we got Earl Austin, Mark Williams, and others to join him. He would have worn me out completely by himself. And then robotics, and you know that story. And now, ultimately culminating in this Joint Heart Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, we would not be here today without my friend, Dr. Randolph Chitwood.